Hello and Namaskar viewers. Welcome back to my channel Vaiju's Cook House. From today on last Sunday of every month, I will be sharing an Ayurvedic recipe under guidance of an Ayurvedacharya. This video is not sponsored, but I would like to thank Omkar Kale from Kale Photo Studio for the shoot. So let's start the video. Hello and Namaskar. As announced on the anniversary, today I am with Dr. Ayurvedacharya Nilima Rajguru.
Namaskar.
She is MD and she is practicing Ayurveda for last 25 years. She has good experience in production of Ayurvedic medicine also. So let's talk with her. Now the series is of Ayurveda and cooking. Can you explain what is Ayurveda?
Yes. Ayurveda is India's ancient, nearly 5,000-year-old medicinal science. But rather I would like to say it is not only medicinal science, but it is a health science also.
Okay. Now can I interrupt here? Because all of us know that Ayurveda is medical science. How come it is health science?
Yes, very good question. For answer of this question, we must know the aim of Ayurveda. The aim of Ayurveda is swasthasya swasthya rakshanam vyadhitasya vyadhi parimoksha, and it is unique aim of Ayurveda.
Again explain this because this is in Sanskrit. So no, everybody can't understand it.
Yes, definitely. Our Ayurveda knowledge is whole in Sanskrit, and that's why this aim is also in Sanskrit. In this shlok, I will elaborate you. In this shlok, swastha means healthy person, and swasthya means health. So protect the health of healthy person first, and if there is some disease, then and then only treat the person.
Okay.
Yes.
Then according to Ayurveda, how can we protect our health?
Very good question. According to Ayurveda, we can protect our health by following three main rules. First is dinacharya, second is riticharya, and third is panchakarma.
Can you elaborate this?
Yes, definitely. Here dinacharya means day routine. Again here this is the Sanskrit word.
Yes.
Din means day and charya means your routine.
Okay.
Rutucharya means your seasonal routine.
Okay.
In India we distinctly see three seasons: rainy season, winter season, and summer season. And in these three seasons, the day routine must be different because the season is very different. And third one is panchakarma. Panchakarma means detoxification of your body.
Okay.
Here these are five. Panchakarma means five. These are five. The name panchakarma itself depicts the meaning.
Okay.
Pancha means five and karma means procedures.
Not the karma, spiritual karma.
No.
Okay.
Here only procedure means karma.
Okay.
First panchakarma is Vaman. Vaman means induced vomiting. Second is Virechan. Virechan means induced diarrhea. Third one is Basti. Basti means enema. Here we put some medicines through anus. Fourth is Nasya. Nasya means here we put medicine through nasal cavity. And fifth one is bloodletting.
Yes.
Bloodletting can be done by two procedures. First is leech.
That is zarva. We call
Zarva.
it.
In Marathi, zarva. It is a small insect. And second is through syringe.
Syringe. Okay. Now coming back to our topic, what is the connection between Ayurveda and cooking?
Very good, and the soul of our this episode.
Yes.
Because the Ayurveda and cooking, it's a very close relation. Rather, I would like to say, cooking is the integral part of Ayurveda. How I will explain you. In our curriculum, we had a subject to study, Rasa Shastra, and in this subject, there are all procedures of medicine we study in that curriculum.
Yes.
For example, Chavanprash, various types of oils, Shatavari Kalpa,
Yes.
and as a good cook, you know, we will see the procedure of Chavanprash. In
Okay.
To making Chavanprash, we want sugar syrup.
Yes, that's chasni.
Chasni.
Yes.
In Hindi, it is chasni, and
chasni.
Marathi, it is pak.
Yes.
And it is very difficult procedure.
Very difficult.
And the person who is a good cook, he can make the chasni, sugar syrup, very good.
Yes.
And here I would like to share one memory about Nasik's eminent Vaidya, Anna Shastri Datar. Anna has his own in-house factory, and in this factory he made all the medicines. And at that time he always said, the person who is a good cook, he can only make all the Ayurvedic medicine very good. And it is very true.
Yes.
I would like to share other experience also, because in our day-to-day practice we advise so many things to patients, that is pathyas.
Yes.
And we advise to take some pej, juices, kadhan, yush. These are Sanskrit words.
Yes.
And the procedures are also different.
Different. Okay.
And cooking knowledge is very important for making these all procedures. Some decoctions also we advise to take to patient,
Yes.
and that is also a good part of cooking.
Cooking.
Today our topic is also cooking.
Yes. Yes. Now coming back to our topic, today we are going to show the pej.
Yes.
We all prepare pej at home, but the Ayurvedic procedure is different. So that we will now start showing.
Definitely.
Now show us the ingredients which we will be using for making pej.
Yes, sure. For pej we use generally brown rice. This is brown rice, and if brown rice is not available, we can use any type of rice. Unpolished rice is also very good for pej. This is cumin powder. This is rock salt. This is asafoetida. Now take nearly 30 grams of red rice. This is approximately 30 gram of red rice. Now first wash the rice and let it be soaked for 10 to 15 minutes. Now transfer the soaked rice in the pot and add 16-fold plain water in that rice.
Nilima, is red rice and brown rice same?
Yes, the both are similar.
Now we are taking 30 grams of rice. What is the reason behind this? Any specific reason?
There is no any specific reason, but we required this 30 gram for one person, means one patient, and for one serving we use 30 grams of rice.
Then does it mean that if not making for patient, one can increase the quantity of the rice as per his requirement if somebody is preparing?
Yes, surely. But to get its benefit, the proper procedure should be followed. That means 16 times of water of the rice quantity should be used. And remember, no use of lid.
Here again one question arises. As you just now said, no lid while cooking the rice for pej. We make rice every time, every day at home, but many times we make it in pressure cooker because we are in hurry. I remember my childhood days, my grandma used to cook rice in an open vessel.
Yes, that is very good method. My grandma also used to do same method.
Then does it mean we should cook rice in open vessel only, not in pressure cooker?
Of course, if we cover it, the rice become heavy to digest. Therefore, as far as possible, rice should be cooked without lid.
Today we are showing this paste for a sick person. But can it be consumed by a normal person also?
Yes, why not? Generally, we advise this page to a ill person, but normal person who is not sick can also add it to his or her diet. The page is very nutritious and very easy to digest also. If you are on your weight loss program, then you can add this page to your diet chart also.
Some day ago, I heard from my friend about kanji. Then is kanji and paste same?
Yes, kanji and page is similar.
And what about ambil?
No, ambil is totally different from page.
Here I would like to tell all viewers, there are no cuts or fast forward in this video, so the video is little longer, but you will get the perfect idea how much time it will take to prepare the paste and what is the procedure. So watch the video till the end. As we are towards the end of the video, Nilima, tell us the tip which you are going to share with us.
Now tip of the day, in summer use raw mango, that is kairi daily. It helps to reduce vata. We can say gases also. Now see, the rice is nicely cooked. So strain it in a bowl and add cumin powder, salt, asafoetida and preferably homemade ghee.
Can I press and get the maximum extract?
Yes, yes.
For the video, I am transferring the paste in a different bowl, white bowl. We forgot to shoot, but add a pinch of asafoetida also. The healthy paste is ready.
Now we can use this remaining rice for prepare the typical Maharashtrian dish, that is Metkut Bhat. Add some Metkut, some homemade ghee, and if you want some lemon juice in this rice, and it's a very tempting and delicious Maharashtrian dish, that is Metkut Bhat.
Your suggestions and comments are welcome. Here are some more details about Ayurvedacharya Dr. Nilima Rajguru.